Hello everyone. In this lecture, we are going to discuss about histamine as chemical messenger. Then histamine receptors and receptor distribution in human body. Okay. So histamine is beta imidazolyl ethylamine derivative present in all mammalian tissues. Okay. So in multiple choice question, they may ask histamine is dash dash derivative. So keep it in mind that histamine is beta imidazolyl ethylamine derivative. It was first discovered by Sir Henry Dell. So its synthesis occurs in mast cells, parietal cells of gastric mucosa, CNS and periphery. Okay, so mainly histamines are synthesized in mast cells. Okay, this is an important point, as well as it is synthesized in parietal cells. Okay, mast cells and parietal cells are very important in the synthesis of histamine. Okay, so it is naturally synthesized in our human body. Okay, so its function as an autocoid and one of the mediator involved in allergic inflammatory responses. So whenever there is a inflammatory responses to the allergic reaction, okay, so for each and every response for the allergic reaction, histamine is one of the important mediator that takes part in the different responses which are formed or which are produced due to the allergic reaction. So it is very important mediator which gives the idea regarding different allergic inflammatory functions. So it has an important role in the regulation of gastric acid secretion. Okay, so this is an important role of the histamine, that it play a key important role in the regulation of gastric acid secretion. Whatever amount of gastric acid is secreted in our stomach, okay, so the regulation is done by histamine. Okay, specific amount is required per day. Okay, so that specific amount of acid is secreted in the stomach and that secretions is regulated by histamine. Okay, then there will be question like for 2 marks, like what is histamine. So in that question you have to answer first of all what is the chemistry of histamine. It's a chemistry point of view, it is physiologically active amine. Okay, mainly it is amine C5H9 and 3 molecular formula found in plant and animal tissues and released from mast cells as well as parietal cells as a part of an allergic reaction in the human. If there is an allergy, like due to different reasons are there due to for the allergy. Okay, if the foreign particle enters antigen, okay, at that time there is a allergic reactions are produced. Okay, so it plays a key important role. Okay, so whenever there is an allergy, that histamine released and it gives signals. So it stimulates gastric secretions and causes dilation of capillaries. So these are the main important functions of the histamine: gastric acid secretion, then dilations of capillaries, constrictions of bronchial smooth muscles, and decreased blood pressure. Okay, so mainly it is imidazole ring and also it contains amine group. So what is imidazoline ring? It's a 5-member ring with 2 nitrogen and 3 carbon. So you must know about what is imidazoline ring, what is the structure of histamine. Okay, so practice the structure of histamine. Every living organism has an immunological system that protects it from the different foreign particles or parasitic invasions. So immunological system is an important system in every living organisms. What is the role of that immunological system? That it protects from different foreign particles or parasitic invasions. Okay, if there is an entry of any foreign particle, then immediately our immune system activates and it kills that foreign particle. If there is a microorganism like bacteria, then due to the activation of immune system, we can kill that bacteria. Okay, so it protects from different foreign particles as well as parasitic invasions. This is the main important function of immunological system. It is our immune system. So one such functions of the immunological system is to produce histamine. So immunological system plays a key important role that it protects from foreign particle. For that purpose it requires histamine. Okay. So one such function of immunological system is produce histamine. So let's see what is a biochemical compound is histamine. Okay, the word histamine means a biochemical compound secreted by the mast cells and basophils as a local response to an invasion of parasites or to protect cells from any foreign body. Okay, so whenever there is a entry of any foreign particle, foreign body, any parasite, bacteria or viruses, okay, immediately there is a secretion of histamine from mast cells and basophils as a local response to that foreign particle. So if we concentrate on the spite meaning of this word, we will find that it is an amine generated in the cells or tissues or histo. Okay, so it is, just now we have seen the structure. It contains the side chain which having the amine functional group. As the histamine meaning suggests, it is an amine compound that is formed due to the decarboxylation of histamine and amino acid. Histidine and amino acid. Okay, mainly histidine amino acid is a precursor for the synthesis of histamine, and it is formed by decarboxylation process. In the animal kingdom, we will find myriads of compounds that match the prototypical formula of histamine. In fact, its presence has been noticed in insects, venoms, and plants also. The name amine comes from the derivation of ammonia. So histamine is a beta 3 imidazolyl ethylamine derivative. Is an important point as a chemistry point of view that is present in essentially all mammalian tissues. The major physiological action of histamine are centered on the cardiovascular system, non-vascular smooth muscles, exocrine glands, and adrenal medulla. In general sense, histamine plays an important role as a chemical messenger. So this is an important function of the histamine, that it plays a key important role as a chemical messenger. Whenever there is an entry of any foreign particle, there is activation of immune system, and once there is activation of immune system, there is a release of histamine, and then it gives signals. That's why it acts as a chemical messenger. It has a role as a chemical messenger, component of variety of pathways that have evolved in multicellular organisms, allowing them to communicate efficiently and effectively. So whatever function is carried out by the immune system is due to the histamine, is one of the important key factor. The involvement of histamine in the medication or mediation of allergic or hypersensitivity reactions and the regulation of gastric acid secretion has led to the development of important drug classes useful in the treatment of symptoms associated with allergic and gastric hypersecretory disorders. So these are the different functions of histamine. As we all know that histamine produced by immune response in the local cells due to the presence of unwanted particle. Okay, whatever unwanted particle, foreign particle like any parasite like bacteria or viruses, when enter into this human being, there is a release of histamine. Okay, as a response from immune system, there is a release of histamine, and after release of that histamine, there is a different actions are produced. There are different actions are produced. So one of the action is vasodilation. So after secretion of the histamine, it produces vasodilation. The primary histamine function is to dilate the blood capillaries. Okay, so once there is a dilation of blood capillaries, it is a cause of escalation of blood flow. The blood pressure eventually reduces due to the enhanced lumen size. Okay, so once there is a dilation of the blood capillaries, means vasodilation. So due to the vasodilation, there is enhancement or enhanced lumen size. So due to the increase in a lumen size, the blood pressure eventually reduces. As we know, whenever there is a vasoconstriction, the blood pressure increases. So due to the action of histamine, there is an increase in a lumen size, and that increase in a lumen size is responsible for the vasodilation, is responsible for the blood pressure decrease. Okay, so blood vessels and vascular hyperpermeability. Okay, so also it increases the vascular permeability. So the endothelial cells of the capillaries bind with the histamine to become dilated and become more permeable to the blood cells. Okay, so it enhances the permeability. In fact, the smooth muscle present in the blood vessels start to relax and cause a fall in a blood pressure in the localized area. Okay, so whenever there is a entry of any foreign particle, there is a release of histamine, and due to the release of histamine, it directly acts on blood capillaries. Then there is a vasodilation, means what? There is an enhancement in the lumen size, and to the lumen size enhancement, there is a eventual decrease in a blood pressure. Okay, this is a main function of histamine. Along with that, there is a nasal mucosal effect of histamine. So due to the secretion of histamine, the nasal mucosal blood vessels, okay, this is an important function, like blood vessels which are present in the nasal mucosa become more permeable. Okay, if there is an entry of foreign particle, so due to that foreign particle there is activation in immune system, and there is a release of histamine. That histamine directly goes and binds to the blood vessels which are present in the nasal mucosa, and due to that it enhances the permeability. Okay, so that cell become more permeable. So that cell become more permeable, it causes the excess passage of fluid escaping in the nasal passage. So this happens when an allergic reaction triggers due to the occurrence of foreign bodies in the nasal mucosa. So whenever there is an entry of foreign bodies in the nasal mucosa, to avoid the entry inside the human being, inside the cells, okay, or different cells which are present in the nasal mucosa, there is a secretion of histamine. Okay, so the role of the histamine is to provide protection to the eyes and nose by secreting fluid produced due to the localized neural stimulation in this region. So this is a main function of the histamine, that it protects eye and nose from the foreign bodies which try to enter inside the human body. Okay, so it protects by over secretion of the fluid. Then regulation of sleep-wake cycle. Histamine is also responsible for the regulation of sleep-wake cycle in the human being. It acts as a neurotransmitter connecting with hypothalamus and of mammalian brain. When the neurological system of the human is asked what is the function of histamine, you will find that it is a part of the histamine system of the brain that controls the sleep and wake cycle of human being. Okay, so whatever wake and sleep cycles are there, they regulates that cycles. So during wakefulness, this neurotransmitter is fired rapidly. When you are lethargic, the transmission reduces. So this is a function of histamine. Then gastric acid production and release. This is an important function of the histamine. The production and presence of histamine also causes the formation of gastric acid in the stomach. This biochemical stimulator escalates the absorption rate of the water and carbon dioxide in the blood circulation system for the production of carbonic acid. So this acid is then released into the stomach, causing hyperacidity in the digestive system. So this histamine action causes the escalation of acidity. Ranitidine is one of the prime antagonists that doctors prescribe to stop this uptake cycle. Okay, so it having the function in gastric acid production as well as release. Whatever gastric acid secreted in our stomach is regulated by the histamine. Then protection. The prime histamine function is to protect our body from foreign bodies, venom or any kind of microbial invasion. It also protect us from convulsions, then denervation, supersensitivity, stress, and ischemic lesions. In fact, it also controls the learning and forgetting of memories. So it provides the protection. So these are the different functions of histamine, like blood, it having functions of blood clots, gastric acid secretion, also having functions of blood vessels to dilate, also having the function as an bronchoconstriction, vasodilation and bronchoconstriction, constriction of bronchial muscles and dilation in the vascular smooth muscles. Then increase the permeability of the capillaries. Okay, if there is entry of the foreign particle, then it's very important that whatever our important whatever the important content is present in the blood, like different platelets, white blood cells, it must require to reach to that organ which is affected or which is targeted by the foreign particle. For that purpose, it is very important to enhance the permeability. So histamine enhances the permeability, so more amount of white blood cells, platelets reach to the site of action. Wherever there is an enhancement or wherever there is a increased entry of the parasites or any other antigen or foreign particle, to kill that foreign particle or to kill that antigen, due to the enhancement of the permeability, more amount of WBC is reached to that site and it produces the activities. So this is one of the main important function of histamine, that it increases the permeability of the capillaries. Then also having the function on adrenaline, adrenaline, that is mainly having the function on the adrenaline to release, and it produces the different functions. Then swelling and inflammation, then frequent heartbeats, also it having the function of frequent heartbeats. So this is the structure of histamine. The structure of histamine, nomenclature of histamine known trivially as 4,5,2 aminoethyl imidazole. Structurally is composed of imidazole heterocycle. Okay, whatever heterocycle is present is imidazole. Okay, which is a 5-member ring with 2 nitrogen and 3 carbons. 2 nitrogen are present. The methylene group of the amino ethyl side chain are designed alpha and beta. Okay, ethylene side chain is present, and that ethylene side chain having amino functional group. So it is known as an amino ethyl side chain, which is present on imidazole. The side chain is attached via the beta CH2 group to the 4th position of an imidazole ring. Okay, so this is in short structure of histamine. Then structure activity relationship studies suggest that NH3 monocation is important for agonist activity at histamine receptor, and that transient existence of more lipophilic unchanged histamine species may contribute to location of cell membrane. So other studies support that proposal that NH tautomer of the histamine. Okay, so in histamine structure, as we have seen, NH2 functional group is present. or amino group is present, it having the tautomerism effect. So monocation is the pharmacophoric series at the receptor. So 1,3 tautomeric system is important for selective H2 receptor agonism. Okay, so whatever tautomerism effect is there, specifically 1,3 tautomeric system is important for H2 receptor agonism. Then stereochemistry, histamine is an achiral molecule. Okay, important point related to histamine, it is a achiral molecule having the activity towards histamine receptor like H1, H2. Then however are known to exert high stereoselectivity towards chiral ligands. Then molecule modeling and steric activity studies of the influence of the conformational isomerism on the activity of histamine suggest the importance of rotameric structures. So in next slide we can see there is a different rotameric structures are present. Okay, so the stereochemistry of histamine is very important for binding purpose. The three-dimensional structure or conformation of that histamine is required for the binding of histamine to the specific receptor. So studied with conformationally restricted histamine analog suggests that the while trans rotamer histamine possesses affinity for both H1 and H2 histamine receptor. The Gauss conformer does not act on H2 sites. So these are the different histamine, tautomer and cations. So you can see there is a just change in a structure due to the change in a hydrogen. Okay, so first in presence of H3O. Okay, all reactions are reversible. Okay, both forward as well as backward reactions are possible. Okay, so initially there is a addition of or attack of hydrogen on NH2, so NH2 is converted into NH3, so backward reaction is also possible. Then next one more hydrogen is attached to nitrogen on imidazole ring. Okay, initially there is an attachment of hydrogen on side chain NH2 group, then there is an attachment of hydrogen in the ring. Okay, then first structure also there are interconvertible reactions in which there is a change of hydrogen in the imidazole ring from first position to third position. Just there is a change in the position of hydrogen. Okay, so N1 tautomer and then it converts into N3 tautomer. Okay, just due to the change in the hydrogen there is a change in the double bond position of double bond. Okay, so tautomerism is nothing but just due the effect which is present due to the change in the position of hydrogen due to addition of hydrogen in the structure due to change in the position of hydrogen. Okay, so these are the different tautomerism of histamine. So histamine is found in almost all mammalian tissues in concentrations ranging from 1 to more than 100 microgram per gram. So this substances is in particularly high concentration in skin, bronchial mucosa and intestinal mucosa. It is found in the higher concentration in mammalian cerebrospinal fluid than in plasma and other body fluids. So now we are going to see biosynthetic pathway for histamine, that is biosynthesis of histamine. So there will be question for 3 marks. Illustrate the biosynthetic pathway for histamine. So histamine is synthesized in cytoplasmic granules of these storage cells, mast cells and basophils. Okay, from these are the 3 important cells from which we can get histamine naturally in the human being or human body. Naturally it is synthesized, mainly mast cells. So it is formed from naturally occurring amino acid as histidine. So this is an important precursor, that is as histidine. It is an important amino acid. Why the catalysis of the pyridoxal phosphate? So pyridoxal phosphate is important dependent enzyme histidine decarboxylase or aromatic decarboxylase. So inhibitors of this histidine decarboxylase enzyme is alpha fluoromethyl histidine and certain flavonoids. Okay, so histidine decarboxylase enzyme is required for the synthesis of histamine. So whenever there is an increased histamine production, at that time physician prescribe histidine decarboxylase inhibitor, okay, to decrease the biosynthesis of histamine. If there is an increased production of histamine, and due to the increased production of histamine, there are different actions are produced, okay, which are not required for the human being. For normal physiology, specific amount of histamine is required, but it is synthesized above specific level, okay, then it is harmful. So to avoid the biosynthesis of histamine, physician prescribes histidine decarboxylase inhibitor. So due to the inhibition of this enzyme, ultimately there is a decrease in the synthesis of histamine, like flavonoids and alpha fluoromethyl histidine. So this is a pathway for histamine biosynthesis. So it is histidine amino acid. The enzyme which is required is histidine decarboxylase, then aromatic amino acid decarboxylase and pyridoxal phosphate. So these are the three important components which are required for the synthesis of histamine from histidine. So main pyridoxal phosphate as well as histidine decarboxylase enzyme is required. If there is an increase in the concentration of histamine, then the drugs which are prescribed directly act on histidine decarboxylase and inhibit the binding of histidine to the histidine decarboxylase, and ultimately decreases the production of histamine. So formed from amino acid histidine in the decarboxylation reaction. So the reaction which is required for the synthesis of histamine is decarboxylation reaction, and the decarboxylation reaction is carried out by histamine decarboxylase enzyme. Okay, so by this enzyme there is a removal of carbon dioxide and there is a formation of histamine from histidine amino acid. So this reaction or this biosynthetic pathway primarily occur in mast cells and basophils. Then storage and release. Most histamine is synthesized and stored in mast cells and basophils. Protein complex histamine is then stored in secretory granules and released by exocytosis in the response to a wide variety of immune, antigen and antibody and in non-immune bacterial products, xenobiotic physical effect and cholinergic effect stimuli. Okay, so mainly it is synthesized in mast cells and basophils. This is an important point. And then it is stored in secretory granules. Synthesis takes place in mast cells and basophils. Then it is stored in secretory granules, okay, and released by exocytosis in response to a wide variety of immune system. So whenever there is a entry of foreign particle, there is a activation of immune system, okay, and then whatever histamine is stored in the secretory granules are released by exocytosis. So this is a complete pathway that histamine initially synthesized in mast cells and basophils. Okay, first important point, synthesis. Then it is stored in secretory granules. Okay, it is just stored. And then whenever there is an entry of foreign particle, there is activation of immune system. Okay, and then after activation of immune system, there is a release of histamine by exocytosis process. Okay, the release of histamine as one of the mediator of hypersensitivity reactions is initiated by the interaction of an antigen immunoglobulin E, then compels with the membrane of the histamine storage cell. The metabolism of histamine. So metabolism of histamine takes place by enzymatic inactivation. Enzymes that involved in the metabolism are HMT, that is histamine N-methyl transferase. This is an important enzyme which play a key important role in the metabolism of histamine. So there may be question for 4 marks. Illustrate the metabolism of histamine, pathway for the metabolism of histamine. So in that, initially you have to explain about the enzymes which are required, that HMT and DAO. What is HMT? HMT is histamine N-methyl transferase and DAO is diamine oxidase. Okay, so these are the two important enzymes. Then histamine is metabolized as N-methyl imidazole acetic acid. So these are the metabolites which are formed after metabolism. Okay, that is N-methyl imidazole acetic acid. Then imidazole acetic acid riboside. So these are the two important metabolites which are formed after metabolism of histamine. Okay, so there will be question for 2 marks. After metabolism of histamine, which metabolites are formed? Which are the important enzymes required for the metabolism of histamine? Okay, so keep it in mind. The two enzymes are HMT and DAO. Metabolites which are formed are N-methyl imidazole acetic acid and imidazole acetic acid riboside. And both the metabolites which are formed are excreted through urine. And these are the metabolism pathway. Initial histamine. Okay, so for 4 marks, we have to explain complete pathway along with structures, along with the name of the enzyme, complete name of the enzyme. What is HMT? What is DAO? Okay, you have to explain each and everything in detail for 4 marks question. So first, histamine in presence of HMT, it converts into N-methyl histamine. There is a just attachment of methyl group at first position, so N-methyl histamine. Then in presence of DAO and MAOB, that is monoamine oxidase, there is a conversion of N-methyl histamine into N-methyl imidazole acetic acid. Okay, so whatever NH2 group which is present, that NH2 group is removed. Okay, and there is a conversion of CH2 group into COH, that is N-methyl imidazole acetic acid. So initially there is an attachment of CH3 group or nitrogen, that first position. Then another pathway is MAOB and DAO, that is MAO, that is monoamine oxidase B in brain, and DAO in periphery. There is a conversion of histamine into imidazole acetic acid, and then PRT converts imidazole acetic acid into imidazole acetic acid ribosides. So these are the two important metabolites which are formed from metabolism of histamine. So these are the important point related to histamine. It is not therapeutically, but in past it has been used to test acid secreting capacity of stomach. Okay, so whatever acid secreting capacity is there, so histamine is used to identify or to test the acid secreting capacity of the stomach. So this is a therapeutic use of the histamine. So histamine right now it is not used, but initially or in past years it is used to test acid secreting capacity of the stomach, to test bronchial hyperactivity in asthmatics. Okay, asthmatic patients having specific hypersensitivity. Then the histamine is used to test bronchial hyperactivity of asthmatics. Then for diagnosis of pheochromocytoma, but this pharmacological tests are risky in pulmonary laboratories. Okay, so these are the different important applications of histamine, in which different conditions histamines are used, like to detect the acid secreting capacity of the stomach. Initially it is used, or in past years it is used. Then different receptors, histamine receptors. So histamine receptors are belonging to the family G protein coupled receptor. This is an important point. There are different types of the receptors. So whatever histamine receptors are there, that each and every histamine receptor like H1, H2, H3 and H4 belonging from G protein coupled receptor type. Okay, so Locations for the receptors: H1 receptor is present in brain, gastrointestinal tract, then cardiovascular system, then lymphocytes. H2 receptor is present on myocardial cells, parietal cells, then H3 on central nervous system. Sorry, H3 is present on central nervous system. Then also it is present on the gastric mucosa. Also it is present on spleen. H4 is present on spleen, thymus, and T cells of eosinophils. So what is the mechanism of action? And receptors, specifically histamine, exerts its action by combining with specific cellular receptor located on the cell. Okay, so mainly histamine binds to histamine receptor H1, H2, H3 and H4. The 4 histamine receptors that have been discovered are designed H1 through H4. Okay, so whatever the different, we have seen different functions of histamine, different actions or activities of histamine, and each and every activity or action of histamine is produced by binding of histamine to the histamine receptor. Until and unless there is a binding of histamine to the receptor, there will be no any action is produced. So for action, it is very important binding of histamine to the histamine receptor. So once there is a binding, it produces specific action. So based on the functions, okay, or the different receptors like H1, H2, H3, H4 having different functions, okay, and having different locations also. Just now we have seen the different locations for for the different receptors. Then H1 receptors mainly found on smooth muscles, endothelial and central nervous system tissues. So different functions like vasodilation, bronchoconstriction, bronchial smooth muscle contraction, okay, then sleep regulation. Also it also plays important role in primary receptor involved in the allergic rhinitis symptoms and motion sicknesses. Okay, so these are the functions of H1 receptor. H2 receptor located on parietal cells primarily stimulate gastric acid secretion, as we use anti-acid drugs for this receptor. Then H3 receptor is present on central nervous systems and to a lesser extent peripheral nervous system also. So decreased neurotransmitter release, histamine, acetylcholine, norepinephrine, serotonin. Okay, so it decreases the neurotransmitter release. Mainly this neurotransmitter release decreases by H3 receptor. Then H4 found primarily on the basophils and in the bone marrow. So it is also found in small intestine, spleen and colon. So it plays a key important role in chemotaxis. So these are the different functions of the histamine receptor. So until and unless there is a binding of histamine to the receptor, there will be no any action is produced. Okay, like we have seen different functions like regulation of gastric acid secretion, vasodilation, bronchoconstriction, okay, then regulation sleep cycle. So each and every action of histamine is formed after binding of histamine to the receptor. Okay, so in this lecture we have seen histamine as a chemical messenger, then we have seen chemistry of the histamine, function of the histamine, then we have seen synthesis, that is mainly biosynthesis which is carried out in the human being, metabolism, different metabolites which are enzymes required for the metabolism as well as enzymes required for biosynthesis. Then we have seen different receptors, okay, locations and their functions. Okay, so remaining part or antihistaminic drugs we'll see in next lecture. Thank you.